Well, hey, how you doing, preppers? It's the Troll Prepper once again, and as I promised yesterday, I'm going to give a description of the little project I've got here coming up. Now, this looks like I may be in the design phase. I'm not. This is the concept phase. I haven't done any fluid flow diagrams or anything, but honestly, I don't know that I need to. Honestly. I'm going to have rainwater coming out of a gutter going into a three-way valve and then down into a cistern. It's going to be 2,000 gallons minimum. I could go as big as 4. Depends on how big a hole I can dig. Probably just dig it by hand, to be quite honest with you. By hand sounds fine to me. That'd be a big hole. So, you know, once you reach the dimensions of, what is it, for 4,000 gallons, let's say if I had an 8-foot diameter, you know, I'd be looking at, all right, well, 18 inches tall, that's 550 gallons. So, well, you figure 4 times that. So, you know, you got 36, 72 inches. That's me. That's tall. Shit, that's 6 foot. That is an 8-foot by 6-foot hole in it. It'd probably have to be bigger than that to fit the whole thing with the crown top. So, yeah, that's a big hole. And then to go even bigger than that, crap. Anyway, yeah, but I live in Southern California, and here, water is it. It's it everywhere, but here it's rare, and we don't get much rain. So you've got to design something to either capture rainwater, or you've got to store ridiculous amounts of bottled water. And you can't irrigate crops with bottled water. So that makes you 100% dependent on stored food supplies. And that may or may not be a bad thing, honestly, to think that way here. So I may head that road anyway. Like I said, I'm not even going to show them. My food supplies are pathetic. But I've got some good ideas on how to go get the food, and I'll cover that in another subject. But anyway, this system has 3 basic components. We've got, well, 4. Gutter, right? Cistern. Above ground drinking water storage tank. I doubt I'll put this on a stand. I want it to stay under the level of the top of my fence. This piping may try to disguise it a little bit. I don't want people to know that I might have water. I don't know, though, by the time people get thirsty enough to start looking at the plumbing systems on the sides of people's houses to see if they might have water is... yeah, they're probably already pretty much dead, and I'll be able to hit them with a good Red Cross and be done with them. But anyway, who knows? Anyway, yeah, this thing here, I've seen some above ground water tanks that people have currently, and they're using currently, that are translucent. That's a mistake. The light that travels through a translucent polyethylene water tank, but that will give you algae growth. That's all it takes is, you know, the spores are in the water. I don't know that there's a great way to get rid of them other than boiling. And you're not going to boil your water before you put it in the tank. So you're going to have to boil it when it comes out. I probably would anyway, but who wants, you know, 3 inches of green sludge inside your damn tank? So anyway, the best thing to do is, well, just sanitize the tank when you install, obviously. Unless that thing is brand new, but you're going to want to do that anyway. Get rid of the polyolefins or whatever the hell it is. It comes out of polyethylene when it's new, when it's manufactured. There is some of that, and anyway, big tanks can have a lot of it. And if it sits there a long time, constantly getting baked in the sun, it's going to taste more and more like plastic, and you want to avoid that. But anyway, highly recommend dark green or green at any rate. And there are water tank manufacturers that sell them in green. Most notably is Rotonics Manufacturing, which is down in Gardena, California. There's Chemtainer. I don't know if they do a green tank, but it'd be worth asking them. Go straight to the manufacturer on it. They will point you to their distributors. If you just look up, you know, green water tank, you're good to go. There's a lot of them out there. I don't think blue would do it. There are water tanks that are blue. The reason green works is it only lets green light through, and plants reflect green light, and they use all other bandwidth. and that's the reason that they look green to us, is they absorb all the other parts of the light spectrum. Anyway, that's the drinking water tank. What this little thing is this going to be like a 55-gallon drum. Doesn't matter what color. I'm just going to clean it real good, put it on a stand, and this is going to be the head pressure. And let's say this is 2.31 feet off the ground. I'll have 1 psi. Probably be higher than that though. I might go to literally just get the top of this level with this, which is level with the fence. So we'll see. But I don't need a lot of pressure, so I don't need a great big tank, tens of feet in the air, to develop the kind of pressure that I need, because this is going to be primarily a drip irrigation system, and that's how I'm going to use it for the majority of the year. When we get rain in Southern California, we get it all at once. All at once. Comes in the rain season, and that's the spring. Sometimes it'll fall a little bit in the fall, but not often. And then off-season rainfall just historically doesn't happen. You cannot count on it. If it happens and I get some free water, brilliant. I will use it. I'll use my drip irrigation system to water the lawn if I don't have any crops in the ground. But if I do have crops in the ground, I'll use this first. And although I didn't draw it here, I will certainly have a pump in system here. And I saw Engineer 775's solar-powered water pump. That's probably more than I need, but I think I'm going to go down those lines. And so I'll put in a little 12-volt DC pump here, and it'll be an on-demand thing. It won't be a, need to run it now thing. I might not even do that though, because we're only talking about 55 gallons here. If I put in a diaphragm pump, single-sided diaphragm pump, which is basically just think of a big piece of rubber and you're going, and then pushing it out. And then it's got a ball at the bottom and a ball at the top. They're both check valves. As you push, it forces out the top. As you pull, as you push, it forces out the top. As you pull, it lets this up. But this is seated. So anyway, you can get quite a bit of flow. And if I'm only talking about 55 gallons at a time, shit, why not, right? So anyway, that's just going to be a rain extender. I've done dry farming in the backyard with wheat, and yes, wheat grows brilliantly in Southern California. I mean, we get so much sun, and sun is what wheat needs more than anything else. It needs water when it's getting started, sure. And if you just kind of keep it moist during its first month, it's almost full grown, and then you just let it go. It'll suck the rest of the moisture out of the soil, and then it's full grown, and then it starts to harden, and dry on the stalk. And honestly, I just leave it out there until it's ready to harvest. And I've got a little bit of it here. I was doing some moisture testing on it, so I took some to school, and turns out I'm at the point where it's dry enough that I can put this in the coffee grinder and make flour with it. Because I don't have a good flour mill yet. I need to get one. I do. Because I make an awful lot of bread. I haven't bought bread in over a year. And I don't always grow my own wheat. This is just the second year I've done it, and honestly the harvest this year was much better than last year. Although I don't even have what you could buy for $10. I don't know what a 50-pound bag of the crap goes for, but it's not very expensive unless you go to a place like Whole Foods Market or something. Yeah, then it gets pricey. But yeah, if you go to like the feed store, and there's a few, they're not in city center here for obvious reasons. They don't have any customers. There's no farmers here. So yeah, you've got to go on the outskirts a bit, but if you're willing to make the drive all the way down to Brawley, there's a really good one, and you can get a 50-pound sack of this crap for nothing. And 50-pound sack of wheat berries, it will make a lot of bread. A lot of bread. And it'll store almost indefinitely. Vacuum pack it, sure, why not? But just dry store it. I mean, currently, the way our system is set up is we have wheat berries in storage as backup food supplies nationally. And shit's 10 years old. Still good. You can still plant it, get some wheat. I don't even know that they ever genetically modified wheat like they did corn. Um, I've bought wheat berries at, I started with my yard farming experiment with just some crap that I bought at Henry's Market, which is like a Whole Foods. And you know, they just had it. I just got a scoop, put it in a sack, took it home, cleared an area, just sowed my seed, and then covered it lightly with dirt, and I mean very lightly, and just watered the snot out of it. And I timed it well, and a big rainstorm came through, and it didn't cost me much as far as water is concerned. But anyway, there's my water system. Tell me what you think. There's no way I could possibly store enough water in here to consider myself annually self-sufficient. If it's a long-term problem, in the long term it's going to be a real problem to try to live in Southern California. It just will. There are lakes and reservoirs I guess you could go to and try to set up a community there. But you know, then you've got defense issues. Everybody knows that water's there, and they'll probably all go. And who knows if society will be reborn at a point like that. So, you know, like most of you, I'm really hoping that the shit doesn't hit the fan. I'm really hoping that we never have to live without rule of law. We got an email. I'm really hoping that, you know, this is all just fun. That this is just a cool hobby. And that my food stores and the money I'm putting away, or you know, put away in the past, because I'm actually just burning through savings right now as I'm back in school. But I'm really hoping that, you know, all of this is just just a good prep for the unknown. And I mean, you've got insurance. I don't know whose channel I stole this from, but I will give you credit if you ever ask for it. You've got car insurance, you've got boat insurance, you've got, I don't know if you're renting, you've got rental insurance probably, you've got health insurance, you've got life insurance. Well, life insurance helps your family. That's good to have if you have a family. You know, house insurance is good if you own your home. Renter insurance is good if you just own the shit in somebody else's home that you're, you know, leasing space from. But food insurance. And it's one of the most important things. You can't live without it. Just waste away and die. Water insurance. This isn't gonna last forever, and it's only gonna be good for certain times of the year. It'd be like a water extender. I mean, I guess I could keep it topped up with the hose. Maybe even build it into the system so it's on a float and this stays full. And then I irrigate off of this to keep the water circulated, to keep it clean. You know, there's a lot of thought that needs to kind of go into this, and so I'm still kind of in the concept phase, and I'm more than willing to hear ideas. All right, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Because even after I put this thing in, changes can happen in a minute. You know, if I pipe the thing in with PVC, of course I can completely alter the path of everything. So. I went a little long. I'll probably try to edit this down. But if I don't, you just got a longer video. Peace.